Houston is more like, it's dirty as New York. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Dallas is more like, what is a clean city? Give me a clean city. Let's take Toronto.
Yeah, Toronto, yeah.
Yeah, it's a clean city. Dallas is more like that, chic, very clean, especially from the north side, northwest, and all that stuff.
Yeah.
It's a little bit more white collar.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And Austin is like the LA of Texas. You know, like very,
Yeah.
you know, I mean, you know what I mean. So if you go to school, you pass your license for your operation of law, and then you want to move to Texas. Do you ever take another exam of law?
Yes, I would. I'd have to, depends on each state I want to practice law in, I'd have to take the bar of that state. I mean, so if I want to go to Oklahoma, Texas, which I'd probably want to do that, I'd have to take both bars. And, well, in some instances, with corporations and stuff, there's like a temporary license they could get. You don't really have to pass the bar or take the bar, but you can get like a temporary license with that company, and they'll let you go practice in other states and stuff like that.
Cool.
I know one instance from actually alumni that graduated from here, and she's a huge corporate lawyer right now. And she's
What is her name?
Charlotte Frost. And she's making millions.
Where is she working? Which corporation?
She's out of Houston. I don't know her
Yeah.
corporation, but she makes a lot of money.
Of course.
And she come up here. Oh, she comes up here all the time. I mean, she's actually one of the candidates for the president of our college. So, but Burge eventually got it because I guess his name and.
Why is his name so big?
I mean, he was a senator. I mean, he was a lawyer and a senator, and his family's always been really successful people. His dad it's a huge lawyer still, and his
dad is still a lawyer?
Yeah.
Okay, so this is the name, the family name, bro.
It's a name, and he did a lot of stuff for, I mean, Southeastern. I mean, it was kind of a good play with Southeastern. I mean, I know Charlotte Frost should have been a good candidate too, but he seemed like better since he was into politics and stuff, and he knew more of how it operated. He has more business. He knew more, I guess, how to bring in money and stuff like that, I think.
He's business-minded.
Mm-hmm.
Are you business-minded?
I try to be. I mean, I understand the importances of businesses. I'm all for it. And, but, I mean, at the end of the day, I'm not in it for profit. I'm not in it for money. I'm in it for the people that I can help and for the families I can help make their lives not better, but less hard. I mean, it's something that, I mean, I wish someone would have helped me with whenever I was growing up, so that maybe I would not have such a hard of a life with being able to go to college and having to do research and do all this work just to be able to get my college funded and be able to, I mean, just to be here all day, every day. I wish someone would have helped me in that process, but I guess whenever I'm graduated and I'm a lawyer, I want to help people make their lives less difficult.
I mean, you're coming from an authentic place right now, but what do you think is going to happen when you go to the real world?
Well, yeah, once I go to the real world, I know that there's temptations and stuff. I mean, for me
There's
to
going to
be
be some heartbreaks and blockages in your way.
Yeah, they'll probably make me want to turn around and just focus on myself and stuff, but, I mean, I feel like I've been through so much already that it wouldn't affect me and my desire to help people instead of myself. I mean, I know that a bunch of lawyers and stuff, they're in it for, I guess, themselves because they want money and they have to pay off their debts and stuff.
Oh.
But, I mean...
I understand because that is something that also is important.
Yeah. I mean...
Law school is just a money cow.
It is. Like, for any given law school, you could pay up to over $100,000 in just your school. Just
How are you gonna pay it back? You're not gonna make 100,000 in the beginning.
no, you're not. You're gonna have to eventually pay it over time. And for some instances, like lawyers that get out and then they don't practice law, and then they're just like,
In debt.
yeah, they're in debt. And then the government eventually comes around and bails them out. They have a program out there, like, for how many years you've been out of school, they'll start, like, help you pay your debt off for some reason, for taxes, through our taxes and stuff like that. Which, I mean...
There's a lot of helpful programs.
There is, and that's kind of why we're in debt, too. I mean...
How many people are you gonna help?
Yeah, I mean, like, we help all these people, but they don't give anything back to help other people, it seems like. So, it's kind of a tape thing.
It's gonna take. Okay.
Yeah.
How can we turn this around, man? It's just a take thing. I mean, it's gonna bite us.
Yeah, it is. I mean, sooner or later, I mean, we're gonna feel it, and it's gonna be worse than this recession we just went through. And I don't know if we'll be able to recover from it, but I mean, we gotta change it now. We gotta change, like, our whole mindset, our whole lifestyle.
The lifestyle has to be changed.
Yeah. I mean, from everyone going into their professions and stuff for themselves. I mean, I get that. I mean, that you're going to college, I mean, for yourself in a point, because, I mean, but we need to make it where we go through college and we help people that are upcoming, or we help our people that are already out of the system, especially our elderly, because they have it worse than most people here.
Is that true?
Mm-hmm. Like, as taxes and stuff rises and process and stuff, with the Social Security and stuff they get, it barely covers anything. I mean, it's hard for them to even, like, live off the money they get from the government. And it really hurts. I mean, from my grandparents I lived with who adopted me, I mean, they barely make any money. I mean, we break even. We're really just at the point where we're poor. I mean, but
they live on Social Security.
Yeah, I mean, because they're retired and they're to that age where they can't
really work.
Yeah, they can't work. I mean, so I mean, it's those people that we have neglected, and that we put all of our money into other stuff, and it's what the people that have made this country to where it is right now, that we're just neglecting them and thinking about ourselves, and they're the people that we should be focusing on and helping them. So, I mean, even we won't even have to help them that long, but I mean.
So we're looking at a circumstance that we have an age group which is above 65 retired,
Yeah.
and they are living off of Social Security first. We have a huge, what is that percentage? 25% Americans have retired this year, just this year.
Yeah.
They're retired and they are living off of Social Security. And we have this young generation that has no clue about real life. I'm not talking about you and me, a little bit younger.
Mm-hmm.
Younger Americans who are going to school being privileged.
Yep.
They just don't see the reality. They just think, you know, what's up with that? I mean, they're just not aligned. They're not.
I mean,
I was worse
yeah.
when I was young. But, you know, my story is, it cannot be generalized.
Yeah.
Not all the time this happens, that this turnaround.
Mm-hmm.
But I can see that, you know, their mind is not present.
Yeah.
So these people are going to graduate, they're going to go off in the real world providing services, making money, because that they're going to be paying taxes, that tax is going to be given to the
Mm-hmm.
older generation who are retired as Social Security. But they're not producing anything.
They're not. I mean, it's going to have to come down to a
And probably they're going to have to take some immigrants in
Yeah.
who are going to be working their ass off.
Yeah, yeah.
A lot of people say, immigrants are this, immigrants are that. Yeah, I understand that, from Mexico there's a lot of problem with
Mhm.
their, crossing. But this country was built on immigration.